Hi, my name is Joseph Weeks, and welcome to my Active Webinar review. Active Webinar is a software that was put together by a guy called Mr. Morrison. And what it does essentially is that it enables you to create webinars, lifelike webinars, pre-record them, and show them to your desired audience at whatever time you want. You can schedule them for multiple times a day, or multiple times a week, or multiple times a month. And the interesting thing is that you can have different topics for this different webinars. So it depends on if you want to shift emphasis for the audience you're looking at or the audience you're trying to attract. And that's what it does in a nutshell. Now, how is this different from one that has been recorded already and replayed? Well, you have certain features within the software that enable you create the experience in a lifelike manner. You have the ability to run these webinars pre-recorded, but have the 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 ability to actually work within these webinars to chat with the audience in real time. So the webinar is being replayed, but you're actually chatting with them live like as you go along. So that's the first aspect of it. The other aspect of it is that you actually have a set of pre-defined responses. So you create a chatbot, and this enables you to respond to questions that could come with a predefined answer already. So it tends to automate the process and create a seamless integration with yourself as a moderator. And this is different from one that's already pre-recorded, because with the pre-recorded ones, what happens is you're just watching it back and you're just trying to go over what has been done before. You cannot interact, you cannot ask questions. But with these, you can actually ask questions, and you are the moderator. So that means that you can virtually sit back while the webinar is playing, and you will be controlling the audience with particular call to actions and particular inflections while the webinar is actually going on, so that it does create that live like experience. So that's that in a nutshell. The good thing about this is, where imagine you having to do, if you're going to do I don't know 10 webinars in a week, where you had to do 2 a day, Monday to Friday, that will be okay, but it could get a bit exhausting because you're sitting down there all the time and you're going over the same material. In this instance, what happens is that you can reschedule your webinars for different time, depending on the time zone of your audience. So you can schedule for the European audience, and you can schedule for the American audience with these the ability to run them at different times. Excuse me. And then you can actually answer questions within the webinars as you go along. So that's said and done. Let's have a look at the bonuses and what I'm offering here today. Excuse me. Now, bonus number one is access to Aurora Pro. Now, Aurora itself is a system that was developed by which you can send traffic from Pinterest and Instagram to your offers. And this is a very good method that was created by John Armstrong and Brendan Mays. And what you tend to do is that you will create this mini account, and you follow the accounts of people in your niche who are very well renowned, and these followers will get curious about you following them, and then they follow you back, and then the traffic is redirected to high ticket offers and webinars. And these webinars are actually pre recorded, but with active webinar, it means that you can do it differently. You can actually create different sets of webinars as opposed to the ones that the software has, and still get the traffic from that offer sent to yours. So this way, if you think about it, the traffic will come from Pinterest to Instagram, and will go through active webinar, and then we'll go through to the offer that you are presenting them with. So that's what the amazing thing about this software is. It's almost purpose built for active webinar. So that's the first bonus. Second bonus is 2 proven high quality traffic sources. Once again, Aurora is a traffic source of a different caliber, and you will get two more that are different to what is actually been offered using the first bonus. You will know that obviously Active Webinar doesn't give traffic sources. It teaches you or it enables you create these webinars, but it doesn't really give you a traffic source to get traffic to come and view the webinars you create. So this is the second bonus for you. And the third bonus is lead magnets. Now these lead magnets are very, very useful once again for driving traffic, because what tends to happen is once the webinar is completed, you can offer this to as an incentive to people who want to come and watch your webinars, and they actually understand that this is what they'll be getting upfront. So these lead magnets before they watch the webinar, and you present them with a high ticket offer. So these lead magnets are very useful, and you get 40 of them. And my fourth bonus is going to be 5 email marketing tips for higher conversions. And this is very, very useful for people, especially for people who have a list, because sometimes people who have a list are being bombarded by other affiliates regarding webinars, and they tend to get a bit tired of watching webinars where people offer one thing after the other, without really understanding that people want to watch information about the product they've bought. So these tips will help you get past some of this, and will incentivize people who are watching your webinars to come and watch yours. And that is the good thing I'm having these methods. So these are the 4 types of the 4 bonuses that you're presented with. Now let's have a look at the software, see what it all entails. And this is what the dashboard looks like. Pretty simple. On the left you can see the menu, and you have a number of training videos as well with this. So it will enable you watch and see how in case you get stuck for whatever reason. But it's pretty simple. You can also submit a ticket, and then you can see the templates that exist within this. For the front end, I think you get 5 templates, and these 5 templates will be used and they can be used across the board for different formats. All you have to do is just follow the instructions of how the templates are going to be used. Now with this, I tried to set up a webinar, but for some reason it's not allowing me. So let's have a look at ones that have already been set up, and let's just see what the interface looks like. So you get the webinar URL, and you can, if I click on this, you have different methods of collecting the information. So you can see you can brand it, and you can have a video sales letter just on the side. Sorry about that. And you have a video sales letter at the side, and you can collect whatever info you can prompt your users to put in information, different types of information you want. And with the registration dates, you have different options for when they want to watch the webinar, and you can actually ask them, because you will have, like I said to you, you could register these webinars for different dates and for different times. So this is one format that can be presented to the user, or to the potential registrar, webinar registrar, not registrar, the potential person who's going to register for the webinar. So that's what the interface looks like. You can see it's really nice and really plain and simple and easy to use. Now the thing is, when it is going live, this is going live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, and you have a number of upsells. So the front end itself is going to be at $29, and you have the first upsell at $49, which is going to be Deluxe Suite, which I always recommend you get, because it opens up a lot of aspects to you, things like the ability to chat with the chatbots and converse. You also have OTO 2, which is $37, OTO 3 $47, an agency license at $7, and the reseller license at $197. So that is that in a nutshell. And These are the features, as you can see: live chat and fully customizable webinar, done for you templates, and a built-in email panel. I forgot to remember that. Forget to talk about that, because that means that you can actually collect the emails of the people who subscribe to your webinars, and you can actually email them with offers and with times and scheduling. So that is Active Webinar in a nutshell, and I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, please subscribe to the button down below and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you at the next one. Thank you very much.